Hello friends, welcome back to the video series Learn HTML5 in a Day. Today our topic would be on the audio and video demonstration in HTML. Now prior to HTML5, a plugin was required to play sound while a document was being displayed. Audio information is coded into digital streams with encoding algorithms. Audio encoding algorithms are called audio codecs, example MP3, Vorbis, and WAV. Coded audio data is stored in containers like zip file. It is a way to pack data into a file. There are three different audio container types, example OGG, MP3, and WAV. The type of the container is indicated by the extension on the file's name. Example, OGG container file has the .ogg file name extension. Vorbis codec, VORBIS, is stored in OGG containers. MP3 codec is stored in MP3 containers, and WAV codec is stored in WAV or WAV containers. Now, how we can use or play the audio in HTML5? Practically, browser chooses the first audio file it can play and skips the content. If it cannot play any of the audio files that appear in the source elements, it displays content. Then the different browsers have different audio capabilities. The controls attribute in the audio element, which is set to controls, creates a start or stop button, a clock, a progress slider, the total time of the file, and a volume slider. Let's check what happens with the audio element. And for that, we have three files in the folder where I am using that time the HTML file known as audio.html. Let's check what three types of audio files we have chosen here. Let's open the HTML folder, and here we have three audio files: flute.mp3, flute.ogg, and flute.wav. And here we have the audio.html file. So at first the audio.html file is blank. So here we should use that particular three files, and for that we have the tag. That one is known as the AUDIO, audio. Then the controls, and here then within double quote we have to write the controls, then end of the tag. Obviously the end tag of audio must be there. Then we are using the source, and here SOURCE, then the SRC, and as you know the file name has been given here, flute. So at first I am giving the MP3, then the slash and end of tag. Let's check what happens after saving the file. And now I am refreshing it. You can see the controller is already there, where a start and stop button, a clock, a progress slider, and then the volume. Practically the total length of the audio is also there. Let's check really it is playing or not. Click the play button. Let's change it from MP3 to OGG. Save it and once again refresh. So here we are giving the play button a try. So once again it is playing very smoothly. Now we should change the OGG to wave. Save the file and refresh it, and once again the play button, and once again it is playing. And at last you can write down any message if any audio file cannot play, and for that you can write like that: your browser does not support audio, the audio element. So save it as it is already, that means the browser is already supporting it, so there should be no message for that particular file. Now the video element. Once again, prior to the HTML5, there was no standard way to play the video clips while a document was being displayed. The video information must be digitized into data files before it can be played by a browser. The algorithm used for the encoding video are called the video codec. Video codecs are stored in containers. Now, what are the popular video codecs? The first one, H.264, that is the MPEG-4 advanced video coding and can be stored in MPEG-4 containers. Second one, Theora, Theora, and can be stored in any container. And another one, VP8, can be stored in any container. Now different browsers support different codecs. The width and height attributes set the size of the screen for the video in pixels. The autoplay attribute set to autoplay specifies the video should play as soon as it is ready. The preload attribute set to preload specifies that the video should be loaded as soon as the document is loaded. The controls attribute set to controls is like that of the audio element, like the play, slider, total length of the video, and also the volume controller. Let's check what happens with the video element in HTML5. Once again, we have a file in HTML folder, and that one is known as the thanks.mp4. Let's check with that particular file. So here what we can do with that particular file, here on the next we are writing the code video, video, then width for the width, and here we are providing the width as 500 within double quote. Then we have to provide the height, and here we are providing it suppose 400 within double quote. Then we are providing the autoplay, and here we have to type autoplay within double quote, then the controls, and here we are writing as equal to within double quote the controls, and finally the preload. So here we are writing preload is equal to within double quote, that is preload. So end of the double quote and end of the tag. So already the end tag of the video is here. So we have to provide the source here now, and we are providing using like that source source, then src. That one is equal to, already we know the file name is thanks dot mp4. So end of double quote, and here we have to provide the type, and type is equal to within double quote, that must be video with the container, that is mp4 here. So end of double quote and end of tag. If any browser cannot play the video file, then the message would be like the audio element, your browser does not support video element. So save the file now, and let's check what happens with the output. So refresh it, and already we can see the video element or the video window is represented here. So try the play button. So the video is playing very smoothly. Let's change the width and the height here. So I am changing the width suppose to 700 and height to suppose 600, and refresh. So already we can see the video window is increased, and let's check what happens with the play button, and it is playing the video very smoothly. So practically that is how we can use the audio element and the video element in HTML5 with their respective containers. In the next video, we should discuss on the syntactic differences between the HTML and the XHTML.